Let's take a look at some of the modern pro wrestling games. You could definitely see the transition of the graphics. We've got WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2006. It's a pro wrestling game. It was developed by Ukes and released by THQ in 2005 for the PlayStation 2 and PSP PlayStation Portable. It is part of the WWE SmackDown vs. Raw series and is based on the WWE and serves as the successor to the 2004 game in the series. Notably, this was the first game in the series to be available on the PSP and the last to be a PlayStation platform exclusive. Like I was saying before, you only got certain games at the time for WWE on certain consoles. You didn't get everything. WCW was even like that as well too. You know, you got your NWO versus the world, but then you got your specific games that were exclusive to the PlayStation as well too. It was different graphics. You know, they were in the same exact video game generation, but it was different graphics all around. You could the graphics alone, like you can see Booker T in the ring there, you can see Undertaker there in the ring, and it's just like, at least when you're looking at these games, you were able to tell who it was. You know, they used to do like the face capture where you could see, where they would record the person's face and slap that person's face on there, and that's how you were able to even relate more to the wrestlers. You can see features in the wrestlers as well too, so you can tell who is who. But moving on down the years, you're going to see the big jump in graphics. This is WWE 13. Obviously, it was released in 2013. It was developed by Ukes and published by THQ for the PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii. It was released on October 30th, 2012 in North America and November 2nd, 2012 in the UK. It's the 14th installment in the WWE series and a sequel to WWE 12. This game is the last title released on the Nintendo Wii until WWE 2K18 in 2017 and is marked as the final WWE licensed game published by THQ before the company closed in 2013. Following THQ's dissolution, Take-Two Interactive acquired the publishing rights, rebranding the series as 2K under the WWE 2K label. So like if you played like the football games and NFL 2K or NBA 2K, you know, actually my bad, I dated myself for a second. NFL 2K is no longer a thing. I don't really play sports games. I just play wrestling games and I play simulation games. But 2K took over the game WWE, and they started releasing it annually, just like you do NBA 2K. So every year you get a brand new installment of the video game itself. And I'm going to look at this game now, looking at the graphics in this. This game here is probably heralded as the worst video game ever, and that's WWE 2K20. You would think that in 2020 that COVID and people dying was one of the worst things, but nope. WWE 2K20 was probably one of the worst things as well too. It was developed by Visual Concepts and published by 2K. It was released on October 2019 for Microsoft Windows, PS4, Xbox One, and it was the 21st installment of the WWE series and the 7th under the 2K branding, following WWE 2K19. Notably, WWE 2K20 is the first game in the series not developed by Ukes, who had been the primary developers since 2000. Visual Concepts, previously co-developers since 2014, took over the lead studio for this installment. For me, I purchased the WWE 2K games when they're on clearance. You know, it's just something for me to play. You know, I own a couple of them. It's something to play. I find more value in the game since then when the games are a lot cheaper than when the games are more expensive. Because I don't really play them for long. You know, you just play them for a little bit. I get it out of my system, and I was done. We're going to get into more of that as well too. But I definitely want to shout out AEW. AEW is also All Elite Wrestling in the video game field as well too. They have AEW Fight Forever. I am not a huge AEW fan at all. I watch it very casually, but I really wanted to play the game. When you look at the game, it reminds you of something. Look at it. What does it remind you of that we've talked about so far? WWF No Mercy, one of the greatest wrestling games of all time. So when you're looking at AEW Fight Forever, which came out in 2003, it was developed by Ukes, it was published by THQ Nordic, and it marks the debut of the game based on AEW for home consoles and computer. Came out in 2023. I like that game because unlike all the WWE games, anybody can just pick up AEW Fight Forever and play. You don't have to be a wrestling fan. You don't have to be a big gamer. You don't have to be anything. The game is challenging, yes, but anybody can pick it up. When you're picking up a controller talking about that you want to play WWE 2K24, you got to kind of know the controls. There's so many different things to do. It goes back to looking at the times of WWF Attitude or WWF Warzone. Those games kind of played like Mortal Kombat in order for you, or Street Fighter. In order for you to execute a move, you would actually have to do, button presses, multiple button presses. And then we got the WWE 2K series where it's not like that, but there's lots of different intricate button presses if you want to do something. If you've played like a Madden or a sports game today, you kind of would understand exactly what I'm talking about. But AEW Fight Forever takes the cake. Very easy game to play. The graphics are awesome. You see the referee in the ring. It's a referee from today. You see the fans. You see the branding. You see everything that has to go on with that video game. You get to see the AEW brand when the wrestlers come out. You're in charge of manipulating the fireworks and the pyro. I think that's a dope game, and talking to you about it now, I'm probably going to play that game. Some of the advancements in graphics and gameplay, you see the enhancements in graphics and gameplay. You see exactly where we started way back in 1983, right? You saw where we started way back in 1983 with tag team wrestling to what we have now today with something like AEW Fight Forever.